Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing this fine afternoon? Hope everybody's staying cool. Arena announcements. I don't know if I can show this. Yeah. It just tells you about the bundles. Pretty much. All right. Hope everybody's doing good. I need to fill my vape up real quick, then we can begin. Guess I'll play a few games while we wait on other people to come in. And after today, I'm just gonna be popping some videos out with the last few spoilers that they're gonna be doing. Take a little break off from the game, and then come back and play more games. Alrighty. nobody here yet. If anybody wants to play a game, just let me know. Oh, Mrs. Hillbilly. Alrighty. We're gonna try this deck. I wish they had ramp in black. They got it in green, but they ain't got it in black. It'd be nice if they had some more, you know, some spread that ramp ability out. Alright, yeah, this is pretty good hand. I'm gonna turn 2, turn 3. If they play a creature, that is. And we got 3 lands. We only need 1 land to play our Liberator. So how's everybody's day been so far? We get another land. Dag-blag it, we didn't get a land. Must be nice to play. I want to play a meta deck. All they're playing is a meta deck. Since you want to play a meta deck, I'll scoop. Play enchantments and rank. I don't know why they want to play it in unranked, non-rank play queue. Don't make no dang gone sense. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I usually do 2 streams a day. And I'm thinking about taking a break, but I may not. You burn up the enchantments. Now we got our Liberator out. Nice. We're going to take another tank block axe. We're getting ready to take some more poison. That's a artifact. Just the swells alone is going to kill me. All I need is one more. Dag blaggit. I figured they had it. Oh well. Let's get on to the spoilers. What y'all say? I'm anxious to see what these spoilers have. I have not looked at them yet. So, let's get on over to the spoilers. Alrighty. $209. They almost got them all spoiled. That's good. Alright. Let's start all the way down here. In Red Tooth Regent for 2 green and whites. Pay 2. Choose target enchantment you control that doesn't have the same name as another permanent you control. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it isn't legendary if that token is an or untap Union Red Tooth Regent, then scry 2. Interesting. Very interesting. Next up, we got us 2 foreign language. Kalan's Blade. 1 white instant with bargain. Kalan's Blade deals 3 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. If this spell was bargained, just destroy that creature instead. Nice. So you can do either 3 damage or destroy it. So if you bargain it, you just destroy it. Instant kill. Nice. Next we got Raging Firebolt. 2 red instant. Raging Firebolt deals X damage to target creature where X is 2 plus the number of instant and sorcery cards with Adventure in your graveyard. Interesting. Very interesting. Alrighty. Pollen. I don't know why I clicked on this one. Pollen Shield Hair. Target creature has adventure. It's a rabbit. A 2/2 rabbit. For 2. Rising Hair. Adventure is 1 green. Target creature you control gains vigilance and gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. Nice. And then, when you cast it on the creature side, all your creature tokens you control get +1/+1. Nice. Buffing, looks like they're going to be buffing tokens with this set a lot. And we got Up the Beanstalk for 1 in the green enchantment. When Up the Beanstalk enters the battlefield, and whenever you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, draw a card. Cheap enchantment, but requires value 5 for it to be any good. Don't know about that. Next, we have Hottie Jen. No, not Hottie Jen. Blocking Sprite for 3. It does the same thing as Hottie Jen does, but it don't get no stronger like Hottie Jen. Flying. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. So you get this out. You got Hottie Jen out. Heck, you may have some spells that cost 0 before you know it. Not bad. Not bad for a mono blue deck. Or a fairy deck, because it is a fairy. Next up, we have Graceful Takedown for 1 in a green sorcery. Any number of target enchanted creatures you control and up to 1 other target creature you don't control each deal damage equal to their power to target creature you don't control. Any number of target enchanted creature you control and up to 1 other target creature you control each deal damage equal to the power. Oh, can you say double fight spell? It's you take 2 of your creatures, target them with this sorcery. They both do damage to another target creature, to 1 target creature that your opponent controls. Nice. So your opponent has a say Shaholdred out, and you have 2 3/3s out. This does not fight them, so your creatures will be safe. It just deals damage equal to their power. So you take those 2 3/3s, you play this sorcery on those 2 3/3s. 1 deals 3 damage to Shaholdred, but doesn't kill it. But the other one deals 3 damage to Shaholdred and then kills it. Nice. Makes your weak creatures stronger for a turn. Well, not for a turn, but good spot removal there. You have 2 creatures out on the battlefield. Next up, we have this mana fixer is what I call them. Prophetic Prism for 2 artifact. When Prophetic Prism enters the battlefield, draw a card. Then pay 1 and tap it and add 1 mana of any color. So really, it just turns 1 of your lands into a land of any color in a roundabout way. So you still tapping 1 mana for this. It still ain't that bad though. Yeah, 4 more. Going by pretty quick. Next, we got us an instant for 1 in a blue. Till end of turn, target creature you control has base power and toughness 4/4, and gains flying and hexproof. Interesting. Next, we have us a sorcery. Blue sorcery. 4/2. Tap target creature an opponent controls and put 3 stun counters on it, then scry 2. Oh, yeah. Nice. Very nice. Then we got us a red creature. Boundary Lands Ranger. Human Ranger. 2/2. Red. For 1 in red, at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Well, so if you control a creature with that's 4 or greater, you get to go through your deck. Not bad. The ability. I like it. All right. Next up, we have us another creature, and it has adventure, and it's in foreign language. We got Gingerbread Hunter. And I'm going to read the adventure first. Adventure is called Small Snack for 2 and a black. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Not too bad. Okay. Then for 5, 4 and a green, you get a 5/5 creature. Nice. And when Gingerbread Hunter enters the battlefield, create a food token. Nice. That's good. 5/5 for 5, not bad, actually. I can expect the 5/5 to cost 5. Hey, Johnny. Going over today's spoilers. But this ain't bad card at all. Because you get a 5/5 creature, you get a food token. It has an adventure that can do a -2/-2 to end of turn. You hit your opponent, they block. The creature only needs 2 more damage to die. Play this for 3 on the adventure side. It kills it. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alrighty. Now, this one right here will work good with that one card, dual color card. Not dual color, but yeah, dual color, 2 colors. So I can find it. Hilda. It'll work good with Hilda. Because whenever you tap an untapped creature your opponent controls, you may pay 1. So you take, then you get one of her abilities, a 4/4 white blue elemental creature, or +1/+, count on each creature you control, or scry 2. Then draw a card. So we remember what Hilda does. And this untaps your opponent's creature for 3 turns. So this card freeze in place. It's going to be good for Hilda. Yeah, yeah. You're right. That one spell enchantment that turns all your food into land. Let's see if we can find that real quick. I think it's a green. Right here. This costs 4. So play this, turn 4. Then you play this, turn 5. So really it's going to cost like 4 because that food's going to turn into a land. Thanks to this Night of the Sweet's Revenge. Very nice. Them two are going to go good together. And there's a card in Standard right now that pops out food every time your opponent plays a card from exile. That's called Rocco. I don't remember what color Rocco is. We'll have to check on that. All right, let's do a refresh. And they ain't dropped no more today. They may not drop any more today. But we'll check this before I end the stream. We'll check back here. But this morning they only had like these three right here spoiled. Of course, this was a leak also. But now we got the official spoiler so we can actually see it better. So, super fast. For enchantments, Yeeting Redtooth Regent. You get to copy your enchantments one time. So you can have 2 enchantments on the battlefield of the same name. And then you get to untap her and then scry 2. If it's aura, you get to untap her and scry 2. And there's a lot of auras in this set. A lot. I don't know if they show them on here or not. If they do, we'll take a look at them. May not. Anyway, all your roll tokens are auras. Aura token enchantments. Yeah, I don't think they're going to show them here. Dagblag. Now I'm into Commander Masters. I don't want none of that crap. Dagblag. Alrighty. Wrong number. I'll be glad when I can silence that dang gone phone. I can't do it right now until after I find out when they're going to do that surgery. Alrighty. From today, my pick of the strongest card just from today probably be this one right here. Because if you're playing an enchantment deck, you can say you're playing an enchantment deck, you play an aura onto a creature, and then you pay 2 and tap this creature here. She copies that aura, and you can equip that probably to her. And then when you do, she untaps, and then you scry 2 cards. Very good. Very good. The second best is probably this Graceful Takedown. Graceful Takedown. Yeah, it's a sorcery. But what it does is what makes it good. Any number of target intended creatures you control, and up to one other target creature you control, each deal damage equal to the power of the target creature you don't control. So all your creatures that have those roll counters on them are enchanted. Therefore, you can choose all of them, and one target creature you don't control each deal damage equal to their power to target creature you don't control. So it's kind of like almost like a green one-sided board wipe. If your opponent only has one creature, though. I mean, it only target one creature. So it's kind of not a board wipe. But you can take this. If you got a big board state, you can take this card. And if all your creatures got roll counters on them, and then you take this card here and play it, and all your creatures will do damage to your opponent's strongest creature and kill it. And they don't die because it's not a fight effect. Because it's a deal damage equal to their power. So that's a good card. That might be, this is definitely, I'd say second. And it'll go good with this card here because of the simple fact you can copy those rogue tokens. Maybe. No, I don't think you can copy the rogue tokens because they'll have the same name. You copy one rogue token probably. But other than that, you won't. That's all you can copy is just one rogue token. But still, that's 2 enchanted creatures. And so it's not. So I still say this is number 2. And this is just from today. Number 3 that I'm going to pick for today is Freeze in Place. For a 1 and a blue sorcery speed, tap target creature an opponent controls and put 3 stun counters on it, then scry 2. It takes a creature out for 3 turns. They cannot attack you for 3 turns. They can attack you that 4th turn, and that's it. So that would be number 3. Number 4, I would say, would be Water Wings. Because Water Wings for 1 of the blue instant. To end a turn, target creature you control has base power and toughness 4/4 and gains flying and hexproof. So it cannot be targeted. So you can take this, Water Wings, use it as a protection spell, and turn your creature into a blocker. Nice. Now, let's see, I said 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5, I think is good. Probably I would say Mocking Sprite. This is just me ranking them myself. It's just kind of almost like Honey Gin, cause pay 3, 2/1, small booty on it. Dag blaggit. It has flying. Instant sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. That's the same thing that Honey Gin does. But yeah, I think those are the best cards just from today. Don't take my word for it though, because that also depends on what kind of deck you make. But when I make a green deck with some green in it, I'm definitely going to be using this card right here. I can guarantee there. Maybe. These probably will be good with Lord of the Rings cards. But you know, Lord of the Rings are not in standard. They are not in standard. You have to play Alchemy or Historic. So yeah, these are going to be good. Green deck with a new bunny. I got a white. Yeah, we got this Pollen Shield Hair. For 1 green, target creature you control gains vigilance and gains XX until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. So you have to have a big board. This is calling for a big board state. Then it gets a big board state. It gets a +1/+1 for each creature that you have on the battlefield. And then for 2, 1 and a white, you can play the 2/2, and all tokens you control gets +1/+1. But there's plenty of ways to make tokens in standard right now. But yeah, I see a lot of I'm getting a lot of deck ideas. A lot of deck ideas for, standard when it comes out. The worst card that I see just from today, it's a toss-up between up the beanstalk. Yeah, it's a 2 mana enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, and whenever you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, draw a card. So when you cast it, you get to draw a card. Now when you cast something with mana value 5 or greater, you get to draw a card. That's okay for the first turn. But mana value of 5 or greater, yeah, I don't know. That's my number 1 worst card. Number 2 would have to be this Gingerbread Hunter. It costs 5, yeah. The small snack, 2 black, adventure, instant. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. It might be okay, but I ain't too fond of it. Now the giant, which is 4 and a green. When Gingerbread Hunter enters a battlefield, create a food token. So you can get a food token for casting a 5-cost creature. And it is a 5/5. And it ain't bad. I say this card's good. Even if you just pay the 5 and not even play the black side, it's still good. I'd say it is. So we're going to go 1 and then 2 right here. Proric Prism. For 2, when it enters the battlefield, draw a card, pay 1 mana, add 1 mana of any color. So basically, you're just changing a land into a mana of any color. So, I mean, no, actually, this is good. Because this will help adventure. Say you got all green mana. Say you got this in your hand. You got all green mana. You need a black mana to play. Your opponent's got a 2/2 on the battlefield. But you ain't got no black mana. You got this on the battlefield. You pay 2. You take this. You pay 1. Tap it. Add a black mana to your mana pool. Then pay 2. And that black mana from this to play the adventure. So yeah, these cards are going to be good. But with this one, let me make another comment about it. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card. Good. When you cast a spell with mana value of 5 or greater, draw a card. By the time you do that, you'd probably be dead. That's just my opinion on that. I mean, because, you know, I can get in maybe 2 or 3 hits with this one before you even play a card with mana value 5. That's the downside, is that mana value 5 or greater. If it was 3 or greater, it would be real good. That's my opinion on this, up the beanstalk. But I'll still say this card is good. This card's good. This one's good. I think that's the 3 best. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 best ones. Don't take my word on it. This is just my opinion. We're going to refresh. 1, 2, 3. Go down. Nothing else. They got 170 cards spoiled down out of 233. Not bad. Not bad at all. But this now is saying 209 cards has been spoiled. So this isn't right. Their numbers are off. So we'll just keep on watching this till we see them all. Alrighty. that is our spoilers. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm happy with the new cards. What's y'all's opinions about the new cards? Do y'all like them? Do you have a favorite yet? If you do have a favorite, what is your favorite? And while you think about that, I'm gonna run right in the next room right here and grab me a bottle of water. Hey, you're right back. Won't take but a second. Hey, oops. Alrighty. What's everybody's favorite card? Just wondering. I like that black and white queen witch. I think she's going to be a good card. I think she's going to see a lot of play because there's a lot of ways to tap. Alrighty. And while we're over here in the game, I'm going to take a look at a card that we got in standard right now. There he is, Rocco. Red, white, and green. Or red, green, white there. And it makes food. Yeah. This is going to get better. Rocco's going to get better. Because with Rocco, you play that one that turns all your food into green land. Tap for green. That's going to ramp. Actually, you'll be able to sacrifice, gain 3 life, or tap it and add a amount of green land. So yeah, that's going to be good. That's going to make Rocco even better. Yeah, I like that. All right, I was just wanting to check on that card for a minute. All right, Rocco and Knight of the Sweet's Revenge, going to be good together. Unsuspected results. What card is that? Tortoise. Sounds like a blue card. Sweet Tooth. Yeah, it's good too. This Elvish Artificer 01. Let's talk about this. Elvish Artificer. One and a green. 01. Whenever one or more artifacts enter the battlefield under your control, put up 2+1/+1 counters on. Elvish Artifice. This ability only triggers once each turn. So, you can trigger this on your turn, and you might be able to trigger it on your opponent's turn too. Then, whenever one or more enchantments enter the battlefield under your control, draw a card. This ability only triggers once each turn. So, this card, it's going to grow very quick. So y'all want you. So when this set comes out, I want y'all to watch for this card. I want y'all to watch out for that card. And this card right here, Lich Knight's Conquest for 5. I do believe that's going to see a whole lot of play. Good source of reanimation. So you got a Traxa in your graveyard. Play this and you got a food token. Or a creature with a roll counter on it. You sacrifice one of those, because they are both artifacts, and your Atraxa comes straight out of your graveyard to the battlefield. And you're only sacrificing one itty bitty tiny roll token or a food token. That is busted. Wish I could just type the name in here and be a lot easier to find. These cards would be Greta Sweet Tooth Scourge, black and green. Yeah. You could She can grow pretty quick too. Greta Sweet Tooth Scourge. She's good. She was spoiled on the 15th. She was one of the first ones they spoiled. Not Dead After All. That's a good card because you get your creature back when it dies. Plus, you get a Wicked Roll token and attach it to it. So you get two things in the battlefield at the same time, which will also trigger the new mechanic called Celebration. But Not Dead After All was a good card also for black. Now, I'll show you a good white card if I can find it. I don't think it's up here. Let's separate these by colors. I think that'd be a lot easier. Alrighty. Good white card. Virtual Loyalty. This is a good enchantment because at the beginning of your end step, you put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control and untap those creatures. Very nice. And we also got that white battle in standard. That when you get a creature and every time it attacks, it gets a +1/+1 counter. Then you get this. So instead of them getting a +1/+1 counter, they're going to get +2. It's going to be +2/+2. So they'll be able to grow real quick. And this card right here, it'll work good with your roll tokens. Because your roll tokens are enchantments. So your creatures are enchanted. So this will give your creatures a +2/+2 if they have a roll token on. And this Akron of the Wild Rose, that's going to be a good card also. Because you put this card, play this card right here, along with this card, because your creatures get a +1/+1 counter. With Wild Rose, all the creatures you control that are enchanted. No, I know it won't work like that. But if they got roll tokens on, roll enchantments on them, then they will be 4/4s with this card out on the battlefield. That's a good buff. Expel the Interlopers. This card, yeah. So all creatures with power greater than or equal to the chosen number. This ain't bad for a weak deck. Not necessarily, I'm not saying the deck is weak, but let's say that you got all 2/2s. All your opponents is 3/3s and up. This can be a one-sided board wipe, which is good. But there's a white card that will go good with Wild Rose, that's right here. Spellbook Vendor for 1 and a white with Vigilance. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay 1 if you do create a sorcerer or rogue token attached to the target creature you control. So this card right here foops out those sorcerer rogue tokens. And it gets a +1/+1 and has whenever this creature attacks, draw 1. So by this poofing out those rogue tokens, your creatures will turn into 4/4s. Pretty good. Pretty good strategy. Pretty good synergy there. Now this one right here, it'll go good in a spell slinger deck. But yeah, Heartflame Duelist will go good in a spell slinger deck. I wouldn't even care about the adventure part on this, and I just care about the lifelink part on it. Though it's easy to die because it's a 3/1. So I'd want to play something that can buff it up so it can be protected a little bit. Now this card here, Solitary Sanctuary, it'll go good with that card that I like because when it enters the battlefield, tap target creature opponent controls, put a stun counter on it. So it stuns it for a turn. And then whenever you tap an untapped creature and opponent controls, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. So when this comes in, put a stun counter on your opponent's creature that's not tapped. You tap it, and you can put a +1/+1 counter on one of your creatures. At the same turn, very good enchantment. And if you can bounce this, blink it, it gets even better. Now this one, no. It's good. But you can ramp with it, but you can also give your opponent the treasure, and you get to draw a card. So you ramp your opponent, so you give your opponent a mana to draw. That is not good. I do not see in this card here getting any play, to be honest. And that's all the white cards that I see that may be good. And you saying Modane? I think that's red. Am Modane the Pyromancer? Yes. What I want to see is this Pyro Hammer along with Boros, which will be with one card, this one. Because let's say you got this out on the battlefield, you got this out on the battlefield, you cast an instant sorcery spell, you hit your opponent's creature for say 3. Then your opponent takes 3 to the face. Alright, plus if you got this out, you're also gaining life. Because this is instant and sorcery. This deals with instants and sorceries. This deals with instants and sorceries. So they both deal with instants and sorceries. So by them both dealing with instants and sorceries, this is going to be a good card. It's a great card. I like this card a lot. And this card right beside it, it's good too, because it copies itself 2 times. So you're going to have 3 of these out on the battlefield. One dies, one turns into a 6/6. The next one, the net dies. No, take it back. You put this on the battlefield, one dies, you'll get 2 6/6s. Then another one dies, you get a 12/12. I mean, geez. Because it is each creature you control dangerous triplets. And you're going to get 3 of them when you cast this. So when you cast it, you're going to get 3 of them. By you getting 3 of them, that's going to be pretty good. And yeah, you can kill your own and yes, with this, you can kill your own creatures. You can kill your own creatures and do damage straight to your opponent. This rotisserie elemental, I don't see it. I just don't see it. Yeah, it's a 1/1. It has menace. And when you sacrifice it, it has skewer counters on it. You look at the top X of your library where X is the number of skewer counters that's on it. You may play those this turn. This turn. So you have to play the cards this turn. You could whiff. Let's say you're playing red and green. You have this. You attack once with it. You sacrifice it. And you have, say, the Moonshaker Cavalry in your hand. That's on the top of your library. You sacrifice that card and you have this on top of your library. You lose this. Because there ain't no way to playing it. That's what I look. See, I try to look at look at these cards all the way around and try to think, all right, what would happen if I do this? What would happen if what could what could be an outcome of this? That's why I don't see this being a good card. Like, yeah, it takes 2 creatures to block it, but I still don't see it being a good card. Now, this dragon here, on the other hand, I see it being a great card. For one, it's black and red. Pay the black, exile top 2 cards of your opponent's library. And you don't have to play them this turn. They're exiled. And your opponent cannot play them. Well, when it comes in, the next turn, it's just going to sit there for a turn because it don't have haste. But the following turn, when it attacks, you create a treasure token, much like Ghostband Dragon when it was in Standard. Except the treasure's counted as double with Ghostband Dragon. 1 treasure could count as 2 mana. Same price as Ghostband Dragon. It's a 4/4. When it attacks, you create a treasure. So in 4 turns, it can pay for itself. And you can play your opponent's cards at any time. Let's say your opponent's playing black. You play this. You exile land from your opponent's top deck. You can play that land if you ain't played a land this turn. Which is good. I mean, that's a whiff, kinda. But yet you still can get ahead on land. So you use this, you exile the top 2 cards of your opponent's library. Next turn, you don't draw a land. And one of these cards is a land. You still got your land drop. It's just your opponent's land. So I don't see this card whiffing at all. Now this card comes in the battlefield tapped, unless you sacrifice a creature, or artifact, or enchantment. Well, artifact, enchantment, or token. I believe afterwards it'll be untapped after the first turn. And it does not have flash. So you get a 6/6 tapped for 1 turn. Cannot block for 1 turn. Which ain't bad. This bargaining mechanic is going to be good. And for your land, creatures, Blossoming Turtle is the way to go. Because activated abilities, lands you control cost 1 less to activate. Land creatures you control get +1/+1. Okay, now let's look at our creature lands. 1 less to activate and +1/+1. All right, +1/+1. So this would be a 2, 5. So this will be a 2-5 with the tortoise out. Of course, more than likely, you ain't going to have to play in this unless you play in the 3-color deck. Same way with these other two. And this costs 1 less, so it'll cost 1, 2, 3 to activate. That ain't bad. And this one will only cost 2 to activate. And it'll be a 3/3 red white ox creature token until end of turn. And when it attacks, you'll get another +1/+1. So, red, white, and green. Not bad. Now, Restless Fire turns into a 2/1. So it'll be a 3/2 when it attacks. When it attacks, you get to scry. Now this one, on the other hand, it costs 5 to activate. Costs 1 less to activate with the tortoise out. So it'll be 2, 4 to activate it. It'll be a 6/6 because it's a 5/5. So you can turn this into a 6/6 if you have the tortoise out on the battlefield. And you can turn one of your opponent's creatures into a 3/3 when you attack with this. Very good. Green, blue. And that's all the creatures. I thought and we got one more land creatures, which is right here. It becomes a 4/4 black and green horror creature token. So you can turn this into a 5/5. It costs 4 to activate. It costs 1 less. So it'll cost 3 to activate with the tortoise out. Because it has green in it, so you can play the tortoise with this card. And it'll make it into a 5/5 black and green horror creature token until end of turn. And whenever it attacks, create a food token. And exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. Very, very good. So Restless Cottage, along with that tortoise that we have up here, are going to be good. You play Awake in the Woods, they're 1/1 creatures. When you play Awake in the Woods, they're going to be 2/2 creatures. Very good. Very good. So, what I would do with this card, I'll play this card. I'd play Awake in the Woods with it. And then I would play this cottage that we have down here. And I would throw some black cards in it. Which is very good. Unless I want to go blue. If I go blue, then instead of being cottage, I'd put Restless Bondstock in it. Because this Restless Bondstock is just as good as this. This would be a 6/6, that'll be a 5/5. But there is cards that can get rid of these easily. That we have in standard right now. Don't hardly see much play. So yeah, this is going to be good. Good set. Is there any other cards y'all would like to talk about? Or y'all want to go play some games? It don't matter to me. I enjoy talking. I haven't really seen nothing that in this set that has any triggered abilities from something entering the battlefield. In this set. Just in this set alone. It looks like a lot of people's leaving. Unfortunately, there's only 2 people here. That happens. I guess I'll get back to the game. That's what people wants to see, I reckon. Instead of the new cards. I like it looking at the new cards and seeing if I can make y'all think. But I do see a lot of good cards. One thing that's going to hurt these creature lands that we have in standard. We got Demolition Field. That's going to hurt them. Got Field of Ruins, still in standard. That's going to hurt those creature lands. Them 2 cards right there. Yeah, your opponent gets to look for a basic land to put into the battlefield, but they lose their creature land. I think people are going to move away from these cards here. Trial lands. And go for those creature lands. That's what I believe. In which creature lands are fun. When they stay around, they are fun. I want to make another black deck. Let's say that triplets. Let's say you put an enchantment aura on it. Okay. It dies. You got this on it. it returns back to your battlefield, and you get 2 more tokens. 2 more tokens. Nice synergy. Exactly. That can get out of hand. That can get out those that one car those 2 cars can get out of hand together. There's multiple cards like that here in Arena already. All right, let's run this. See what we can do. But when it leaves a battlefield, the last one leaves a battlefield, it doesn't come back. I mean, it comes back, but it doesn't trigger it. Unless you got another one on the battlefield. But that creature but triplets cost a lot. Alrighty. Pretty good hand. Exiled. Took care of that. Your choice, opponent. Which one you want to lose? Well, they had another one. Now you top decking. Now we start draining. Oh man, that was a good game for us just to start. Flash Taker. I forgot this card was even in standard. Where you sacrifice another creature, you gain 1 life and scry 1. Sacrifice another creature, Flash Taker gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Not too good. That wasn't too good, Flash Taker wasn't. Not today's standard. But if anybody wants to play a game, just let me know. I want to check something real quick. Hey, Stokes, we went over the spoilers already. You missed the spoilers, Stokes. We talked quite a bit about the spoilers. That's all the Lord of the Rings cards I ain't got. Frodo determined hero. For the new. Gandalf, White Rider, Storm of Saruman, Rivendell, Golem, Labella, Nazrul, One Ring to rule them all, the Witch King of Angmar, Zorn, Shagrut, Famar, Gadril, The Ring Goes South, the Balrog, Agorn, Company Leader, and Agorn Arwen, Andriel, Zorn the Dark Lord, Lauren Broch, and Bilbo's Ring. One thing right now is you get packs and you'll get when you get these golden packs. You'll only get Lord of the Rings, Marks of the Machine, and Aftermath cards. So I don't think I'd want to do this. It contains 6 rares, each with a normal chance to upgrade to a mythic rare. So you get all the rares, and you'll get a mythic. However, this is alchemy. I don't want alchemy cards. And if I get, and I'll get 9 more packs, I'll get a golden pack. I don't want to do that. I'm hoping that would change when this next set comes out. Yeah. Being able to play food for land will make it well, you can only play it for green land. But it'll make green easier. But green's already got so much ramp in it as is. Green did not need more ramp. That's what it did. It gave green more ramp. But yeah, we looked at the spoilers, talked about the cards. That's what we've been doing. But I don't know if I might take a break from the game, and I might not. I haven't really decided yet. But if you'd like to, if anybody want to play a game, let me know. I like to see some ramp in other colors. I mean, in order to get ramp, you got to play green. You got to mix green in another color just to have the ramp ability. And we'll keep this. This is a deck I just made, Stokes. I just threw this deck together. Alright, that's 2 cards out of your hand. Nice. You still got a discard. You want to kill this one too? The mirror player? Nice. Would you like to attack? I'll chomp. I can only choose one. Can I get another land? No? Let's make them discard. Hmm. Uh, yeah, I'm going. My brain's going crazy with ideas too, Stokes. But y'all can easily put those ideas into my Discord, and I will run the decks for you. That way, you'll be able to feel like you got something to do with early access. So I like being able to include y'all into the early access, since y'all aren't able to do the early access. Wish y'all could, but y'all can't. Matter of fact, I need to check my email today. See if I got an email from Wizards yet. So they're for every early access. Wizards gives you send an email out to their to the content creators to let them know, hey, you're in the early access. We're gonna exile that, give them some life. True. Let's go ahead and wipe the board. I think we'll take the damage. And we do this. Can't get rid of that. Come on, opponent. I can't wait till we see the rest of the spoilers. They spoiled quite a bit today. I done got rid of 2 of their clerics of Life's Bond. I guess our opponent is a little salty now. Apparently they are salty. Look, upon I only got 1 light, 1 land. 1 land's all I got. You got 27 life. I got 17. 17 life. That's an enchantment. What are you doing, opponent? What are you gonna do? Oh my gosh. Dang, blanket. $10 days left till early access. I should be receiving that email here pretty quick. Adios. Oh man, historic is pretty fun when you don't get one of those beefy decks. Mobilizer mech. All we're doing now is just working on our vault. That's about all we can do. That and get more money and gems. But if anybody wants to play, just let me know. We'll play historic again. Maybe we'll get us another player. Maybe we can get our combo, well, not really a combo, but our win card off. Zaro. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll keep this. We're gonna play a white land. That way we can get our lay down arms built up. That's gotta go. Nice. Nice. Want to land and land. Want to draw a land. Should we go for the win? Or, nah, we'll get rid of that. Oh, we can do both. Try one to the top. Means we're going to take this. Let's get rid of their life link. I could not choose what color I wanted that on. Return. Oh, Warnclex. We need a board wipe. Real quick. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. Oh my God, we drew two. Oh man, that was so good. That was good draw there. That's a good draw. If y'all want to see this deck, I'll show it to you. Alrighty, we got 4 laydown arms because we are mono white. We got a Ambitious Farmer hand in here to help us, not for the life link, because we ain't going to turn them in, get that life link off, but he's in here just to give us another land. Fierce Retribution in here because we can pay 2 to destroy a target attacking creature. And Kala just in here to help us ramp. Or we can pay 2, put a +1 counter on each target creature. Got Burning Shard in here because you pay 3, sacrifice it, and get 2 lands from your deck and put them on the battlefield. Grim-Breaker's in here to help us mill our opponent out a little bit and steal their lands. We got to populate in here because we need some board wipe. The Key to the Archive. And as you can tell, we got Approach of the Second Sun here. And when I hover over Key to the Archive, Approach of the Second Sun shows up. So we could have more. So that's 4. That could make 5. Depends on what it drafts for you. I've got Solemn and Sacrum in here to help us ramp and draw when it dies. I got Elspeth Conquers Death. Exile target permanent opponent control with mana value 3 or greater. For Chapter 1, Chapter 2, non-creature spells your opponent's cast cost 2 more to cast until your next turn. Then Chapter 3, return target creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter on it or a loyalty counter on it if it's a planeswalker. Well, we ain't got no planeswalkers. All we got is creatures. So, the creature we want to return is Solemn. Synchro. Then we got Farewell in here for another board wipe. We hardly ever use it though. Yeah, I done talked about Approach of the Second Sun. For 7 sorcery, if this spell was cast from your hand, and you cast another spell named Approach of the Second Sun, this game, you win the game. Otherwise, put Approach of the Second Sun into its owner's library, 7th from the top, and you gain 7 life. Then we got 18 planes, 3 Fabled Passage, because Fabled Passage, you tap it, sacrifice it, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle it. Then if you control 4 or more lands, untap that land. So on turn 4 or more, your land comes in untapped. Then we got Field of Ruin to help us kill some of those creature lands and stuff like that we might run into. And this is my sun deck. I call it my sun deck because it's basically built around the approach of the second sun. A lot of ramp, because we want to ramp up to that 7 to get this off. Well, folks, let's check the spoilers, and then after that, I'll be ending the stream. It is after 4 o'clock. And we got some more. We got some more. I want the stream catch up to me. I don't know if I'm going to take a break or not, Stokes. I've been thinking about it, but it's just thinking. Alright, we got 2 new cards spoiled. We got Picklock Prankster for 1 and a blue. It's a 1/3 with flying and vigilance. And we got there's free to the Fae on it for 1 and a blue. So it's mono blue. Let's see. The adventure, mill 4 cards, input a instant, sorcery, or fairy card from among the mill cards into your hand. So this is a way to search your library for fairy cards. Not bad. Not bad. Then we got us another adventure, Cheeky the House Mouse for 1 white. It's a 2/1 creature. And for the adventure, which is called Squeak By. Squeak By. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. It can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater this turn. Nice invasion. A little bit of white invasion for 1 turn. Not too bad. Not too bad. So let's refresh. 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 And that's all they, so far that's what they dropped. No telling how many more they'll drop tomorrow. If not all of them. But yeah, that's the cards for today. But I'll still say that this card here is going to get a lot of play with the mono blue Hottie Gen deck. That's where I think this card is going to go. Beside there and fairies. But you can use this one to find this one because this is a fairy. So you pay 2 to get this into your hand. Next turn you play this. But if you already got this out on the battlefield, this will only cost 1. Because, yeah, it's an adventure. But it's also an instant. So That'll make this instant adventure cheaper. But it can't make this one cheaper because it only costs 1. So for 2 mana, you can play the Squeak By and you can play the Cheeky House Mouse. Not bad. Not bad at all. I don't even see it on this screen. Huh. Anyway, folks, we're going to be ending the stream here. And I shall see everybody tomorrow. Unless things change. If they do, watch for a short. I shall see everybody tomorrow unless things change. Later, everybody. Y'all have a good one.